That's life.
Yeah, and it's crazy, and he gets back up, and he doesn't give up, and I just know his past, and it's very endearing to me
Right.
to know that he just gets up and he kind of takes the hit and says, we got to move on, Gil. That makes him a great director.
See, I told you there was more
Amazing.
in common than you would think. You and these
Actually,
maniacs.
way more than you know.
Because of you and your life, and
Absolutely.
I know a couple things I won't say on air, but now you've been through things. You went
Yeah.
through the corporate world, and where's this going for you?
I have another aspect. So I dealt a lot with anxiety and depression and fear, and I really struggled with addiction. So I went 3.5 years ago, about this time that I had sort of started this Love You journey, I decided to get sober. And I'm a big supporter of sober is sexy.
Right.
And hashtag sober is sexy. There is something really, really powerful about fighting and beating your biggest demon on a daily basis.
So this all happened at the same
This
time.
all happened at the same
Sobriety,
time for me, all of it.
And half naked pictures
Yeah.
and.
Okay, hey, you can call it that, but I call it confidence and accepting and loving the body I was given.
Now, when you were
flaws and all.
There's no flaws. Stop it. When you were a little girl,
Mhm.
did you want to be a model?
Absolutely.
Right.
I did modeling a little bit as a younger person.
That was my next question,
Yeah.
because you had the athletic body, you were a volleyball champion, and you had the height.
I did. I wasn't thin enough, really, for that period of time. It was a very specific body type that they were going, Kate Moss style.
Oh,
It
heroin
was a
chic.
very, very, and I wasn't that body type, and that was
Right.
part of my struggle, and that's part of why I've really gotten to the point where I love me for who I am, because I didn't back then, because it wasn't really in fashion.
Yeah, I never liked that. I like curves.
And I think that like I said, I think all sizes are beautiful. There are bodies that's their natural body type, and
Sure.
that's beautiful. But that wasn't my body type, so I was trying to be something different than what I naturally was given, and that's the difference.
Because I
for
know,
me.
yeah, it seems that there's two different types of people.
Mm-hmm.
People that love curves, as I do, and then people that say, like, even Marilyn Monroe and Betty Page were fat, which I've heard.
Yeah, I disagree with that, but
We all disagree with that, I would say.
Right, definitely.
But I find that I am more attracted to a curvier body. That's just been, I've always loved Marilyn Monroe.
Right.
I decorated my room in Marilyn Monroe, and I was, in 8th grade. So she's always been somebody that I loved, and the curvier bodies, even Jane Mansfield, some of the real hippie models, I mean by hips, not hippie, but hips, and so I'm glad that that's coming back in style. I'm glad that there are lots of different options out there right now. That's really the key.
Because I saw on your Instagram page, which, by the way, if Hannah was here, she would tell you that I do a lot of research on my female guests.
I'm so bummed I didn't get to meet
extensive
her.
research. We're gonna have you back. We're gonna have you back on the show.
Awesome.
And
Okay.
so you
Great.
guys can meet, and we'll hang out one of
We'll
these
be
days.
buds.
Oh, no, Hannah, my co-host, always meets the guests, and they're like instant BFFs. So that
I
would
can
have
tell.
happened.
She looks like that online. She
that
looks
would-
like she'd be very kind and very friendly.
Would have happened tonight as
for
well.
sure.
But I did see you recreated some of Marilyn's poses on your Instagram
did.
page.
It wasn't on purpose, actually, though. I think she's an inspiration for me. So I've researched her, if you will, for so long.
Different kind of research, but yes.
But yeah, I mean, okay. So if you're a fan of something, that's an element of research,
Yes.
right? And so that actually came from one of my followers.
Right.
So I had done the photos with that in mind, because she had always she had this particular set of photos where she's in a bed with white sheets, and I was always really attracted to it, and so I wanted to do something like that. But actually, one of my followers made the side by side for me.
Oh, okay.
Noticed it on his own and made the side by side that I actually posted online, which was so sweet. But yeah, I definitely use her as inspiration, and
So
I've
you
always
just
felt connected to her.
You just inadvertently posed like her.
I think possibly there's a little bit of element there. Yeah, just because I've looked at so many of her photographs over the course of my entire life, that there's definitely an element of posing is an art.
Yes.
Just like
Well, these guys are actors, they
making
know.
movies, right? So I am always.
So tell me how to pose, because my posing is hard. So a friend of mine told me to put the hand on the hips.
You
that's
can
one
do
thing.
that. Yeah, that's one. There are thousands of poses, literally
Please,
thousands.
strike a pose. So show us how to do it. Okay, you got that. That's the hand on the hip.
Right, there's so many.
No, there's that, which is my hand outstretched like this.
Yes.
For our radio audience, and
yeah, there's a lot. But again, I look at a lot of I love Tyra Banks. I love her posing style.
Right.
So I will look at a lot of her photos before I go to a specific photo shoot. Ashley Graham, she does an amazing job posing.
Right.
So there, I look at a lot of it's just like you would any creative job that you're going to be doing. I do a lot of research. I do a lot of posing practice.
Really? Do you practice that smile too?
That comes naturally.
See, that's what I figured.
Posing actually, a lot of the posing does too, but there's still an art to it. There's still practice. There's still training that I do on a pretty regular basis to make sure my poses are what I want them to be.
Because in all honesty, with obviously I appreciate it all.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I appreciate it quite a lot of it this week, but the smile is something that I can tell is not practiced. It's not forced.
It's not.
It's not faked, and I think that's what's really coming through.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
And,
I do believe
you
you
got a
kind
great
of
body
glow
too,
from
but
the
yes.
inside out. So
Yeah,
that also comes from a lot of hard work
and
on my inner self.
see, and that's the thing about posing, because you guys have the crazy eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to do that. And well, I mean, I think you're legitimate.
But Matt and I could do the booty pose too right now, and
Probably better than me, I think.
I don't know.
Ready? Let's
I'm
go.
up to the
I
challenge.
don't
Let's go.
Booty pose.
I
Let's do it.
can't.
Do the booty
You
pose.
gotta arch your back so your
See,
hip to waist
and-
ratio.
Yeah, or maybe
I think
give a little bit of
they've
a
done a
hint.
little bit more research
Yes, I
than
think
me.
the booty poses, yes.
So for the
I do
listeners-
definitely get the most likes on my booty posts,
Oh,
and I don't post them
I
all that
wonder
often.
why.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Really.
Shocker.
Except on your
Shocker.
Patreon account where people pay to see
That is
a little
true.
more booty.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
Yeah, a
that,
little
get
more,
that out.
little more skin
And,
there. Yeah.
And where does the time go? It's almost over. But
Oh my
Really?
let me tell you something. I was gonna ask you guys, because you guys played these serial killers.
Yes.
Mhm.
Were there any? And you say that you don't get scared, you don't get afraid, but were there any nights that you took this material home with it? Because this is pretty heavy stuff. How method do you go?
I'll start. I'm not method at all. Like zero method. I remember being naked with one of the actresses in the scene where I have to rape her.
Right.
And right after the scene, what did I do?
You lost
Every
your
time.
Russian.
You what?
Every single time Guil, when the camera turned off, Guil turned it into a joke
Mm.
and lightened the mood and made everybody laugh. Except for one actress, but she was super method.
She was super method.
Right.
Yeah. But
So you were able to turn it on and off.
but
I
dude,
think so, yeah, pretty
he
much.
he
yeah.
was, but he was amazing at transforming.
Right.
He became a whole different person the moment the camera was on.
Does that take a minute, or you just turn it on right like
Just
that?
turn it on.
You know, I had a good director, that's why I have to throw this to him, because he gave me the notes. We studied the tapes, so we were just
Right.
mimicking
Right.
the idiosyncrasies of each of the serial killers.
Right.
So we just had to. I mean,
How difficult was that? You had
It was
to
tough
match
because
the movements.
yeah, if you watch even the trailer, you'll notice we're completely different. Like even
Oh, absolutely.
even body posture, I had to arch down,
Mm.
Yeah.
and then I shaved, and I got a rice bowl haircut.
Right.
So there's like a move that I had to make.
By the way, you said that, not me, just so for our Asian listeners.
Yeah, for y'all my Asian listeners,
Yeah.
rice bowl haircut.
No, but you both look completely different.
Oh, yeah, we're
and the body
completely-
language and everything else. And how difficult it is when you're directing.
What, to play a role and direct, or
play that kind of role and direct.
The thing is, I absorbed myself in the role. It wasn't that difficult because I had a great team who was dedicated and on top, and it wasn't just the actors, it was the production team. Guil was amazing and
Right.
kept me on point when I needed help. Our production manager, Derek Blacknall, did the same and took care of the
Awesome, he was
actors.
awesome.
Super fantastic. Maribel, our art director, invented props like from scratch when she couldn't find
To
props.
make it look like the 1980s, because
Yeah.
I had to recreate
Wow.
that.
Yeah,
Right.
we had a very dedicated team, so it wasn't difficult at all.
And you went thrift store shopping for the 80s clothes?
We did.
We did, yeah.
Even the furniture.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
everything we
Well,
went out of our
I-
way to make sure it was the right era, and if you watch the footage that is available,
Right.
it matches.
Right.
But in regards to method, you were asking about method. I slept in the chair that Leonard Lake used to sit in because it was in my house for a
Oh,
while.
God.
You actually had the actual chair?
I had the chair in my house.
Oh, how'd you get
slept-
that?
Wow.
I great art director.
She
But
was
we kept
awesome.
but we kept it in my house.
Oh, it wasn't the real chair.